All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
And let me hit live. All right. Welcome everybody to another episode of Achieve 10X TV. My name is Jimmy Yin. I am a licensed acupuncturist and herbalist and nutritionist. And what we're doing, during these interviews is to interview local people who are helping our local community, which is vitally important, especially during these times, this COVID-19, it's stressful times. And so today, I'm super excited to have a special guest, Paul McCartney. This man is very important to me. He is one of the main reasons why I have the success that I have. He was one of my very first mentors when I started my practice. So very influential person to me. And so he goes by Dr. Rock. So Dr. Rock, why don't you, tell us about yourself, tell the audience about yourself.
Will do. And thank you. And now you're my mentor. So it all comes around full circle, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm a chiropractor in Round Rock Chiropractic. We've been in practice for over 23 years now. Just enjoying pure chiropractic, which is what I do. We don't do therapies or anything like that. We do exercises and we do adjustments, and it's about as simple chiropractic as you can possibly get.
Nice. And so I don't know if I ever asked you this, but I'm pretty sure people are going to ask the name Paul McCartney. So what did your parents, what were they thinking when they named you?
Yeah, Paul and David, two biblical names. That's it. Yeah. So when I was born, my parents probably never even heard of the Beatles because they didn't. I was born before they came to America, so it's highly doubtful that they even knew who Paul McCartney was. And technically his name is James Paul McCartney, just for the record. But at least he's a good guy and does a lot of really cool things. So I'm happy to be, sharing his name for sure.
Nice. So, the big topic these days is obviously COVID-19. So how has COVID-19 affected you personally and also your practice?
Yeah, so I mean, this could be hours and hours of discussion, which I won't do. But what I will tell you is, me personally, it doesn't affect me because I choose to live life and not to be afraid. It's my personal belief system. Our practice has been open. I was prepared to stay open regardless of the consequences because my job is to take care of people, to serve people, and far be it for me not to be available to those that need chiropractic care. That did not happen, but the Texas Board of Chiropractic Examiners told everybody we could only take care of acute people, no maintenance. Well, I don't even call it maintenance, so that wasn't a problem. And if people are choosing chiropractic and they come to my office, they're going to get chiropractic. Now, that being said, our practice did drop quite a bit, but we never missed a beat. We stayed open. It's been a bit boring at times, but we're there. We're there our normal hours, and my staff, I didn't lay off any of my staff. I don't believe in that. So we maybe adjusted hours for them just a little bit, but not a whole lot. But we're doing what we're supposed to be doing and taking care of people's nervous systems and getting them fully prepared to be healthier amidst this whole pandemic.
Yeah, and that's, I completely agree with that. And that's, my philosophy is the same as yours. And, we need to be available to help people because this is the time when people need it the most, actually.
Absolutely. Yep.
So, what separates Rock Chiropractic from other chiropractors? Because why should someone come to you versus another person?
Well, in chiropractic, in my opinion, there are two schools. There's the musculoskeletal school, which are doctors that deal with headaches, back pain, neck pain, all the typical chiropractic quote stuff, that people think what we do.
Yeah.
And magically, they work within the confines of insurance companies. So that's to me not really chiropractic. And then there's the organic chiropractor, and I'm not a big fan of the word, but I think it really delineates the difference.
Yeah.
Organic meaning, my job is I simply give an adjustment, and the body takes that adjustment and heals itself from within.
Yeah.
I don't really look at back pain, neck pain, and headaches. I look at, you have a nervous system. It deserves the right to function properly. I'm going to do what I'm trained in doing to facilitate that opportunity so that that person can exchange with the environment and be as healthy as possible. So if you're just looking for neck pain, back pain, headaches, that kind of thing, people are probably better off going to the other guy. But if somebody's looking for a lifestyle change, if they want to modify their lifestyle, if they're wanting to include something into their health care arsenal, then the organic chiropractor is the way to go.
Okay, nice. And I know you are involved with rugby. I didn't even know rugby was in, Austin. But tell us a little bit
Yes.
about that.
Yeah, so I started rugby in undergraduate, and then I just kept playing. I actually went to Life University in Marietta, Georgia on a rugby scholarship to attend chiropractic school, and played some high-level rugby across the country. Played in a couple places out of the country, which was kind of neat. And then ended up, getting through school and started coaching with, there's two teams in Austin, the Austin Blacks and the Austin Huns. I coached the Austin Blacks for a while, played a little bit, but kind of was really done with it. I was a little bit older. And then a high school team in Stony Point was looking for a coach, so I ended up doing that. And then we started a team at Cedar Ridge High School. And then I thought, well, let's just make it a club and invite all the Round Rock ISD players. So now it's Rock Rugby. I coach that, and I also have Rock Rugby Academy, which is an Elite Sevens program. And I've got players from all over the country, and actually got a couple of players from overseas that are on our team. So it's been really, really cool giving back to the community and having an opportunity to share with the kids the things that I've learned along the way, and it's very rewarding. But it does come at a cost. Obviously, my practice suffers a little bit because I put a lot of energy into both. It is a nonprofit youth sports organization specializing in rugby, but it's well worth the effort, without question.
Yeah, I didn't even know that there was enough teams. So do y'all go out and compete like, statewide and nationals?
Yeah, so Rugby Texas is a youth organization, and it's pretty much just with the high school program, we just compete locally and within the state of Texas. However, my sevens teams for my high school and the academy, we travel all over the country. In fact, before COVID hit, we were in Los Angeles, California, and my high school team ended up winning their bracket in a pretty huge tournament. So we've got some good rugby players. We send a lot of kids to school on rugby scholarships all over the country. In fact, the percentage of my program to, say, a football program, we have way more kids percentage-wise than any football, basketball, baseball program.
Wow.
Going to school on a rugby scholarship.
Wow, that's nice. So where can, like, let's say some, kids are looking into interest in rugby, where can they get more information about that?
Yeah, we're on Facebook. It's Rock Rugby Inc.
Okay.
And then once somebody wants to get on, and then we bring them on board. Also, my office serves as the headquarters for Rock Rugby, so they can call the office or call my mobile number. And I'm easy to get a hold of. I give my number out to everybody, so it's not a private number by any stretch of the imagination. So anybody can call me at any time for any reason.
Okay, sweet. So going back to your chiropractic clinic, and so I know before you did a lot of community events, and so
Yep.
Can you share a little bit about some of the community events that you've done in the past?
Yeah, the coolest ones were the Round Rock Kids Days, and we did that for a really long time. When I started in chiropractic here in Round Rock, we had a population that was nowhere near what it is now.
Yeah.
So getting out and doing marketing efforts was a little bit easier because there weren't so many things to do, and everybody would come to all these events.
Yeah.
But with the growth in population and with the increase in activity level all across the board for many different organizations, it got a lot more difficult for marketing. But Round Rock Kids Day was kind of cool. And then I was on the board of directors for the YMCA, and they started to do Healthy Kids Day. So I certainly didn't want to compete with them.
Yeah.
So we did that. We do a lot of spinal screenings, try to get out and do health talks. It's a little more difficult nowadays to do that. But the key is, I think, to get involved in the community. I've been involved in all kinds of different civic groups and boards of directors and things like that. And I never did it to get patients. I just did it to give back to the community. Yeah. And I think we all need to do those kinds of things because I think it's important.
Oh, definitely. And that's why I'm following in your footsteps.
There you go. Cool.
So, during these difficult times, I got two questions. When I first started in 2007, you were, like I said, very influential into molding me to who I am today. And so what would you recommend, like just people in general? I know you kind of mentioned it earlier on, not to live in fear, but what would you recommend people do right now during this COVID situation?
Well, with or without COVID, what my feeling has always been, and this was goes back to an interesting story that I could share. But at the end of the day, the most important thing that we can do, anybody, it doesn't matter what your profession is to invest in yourself. Yeah. All the time. You are your product, and you deliver that product to the community, no matter what it is. And as long as you can invest in yourself and be honest and have morals and good ethics, you're going to do really well, because you're going to be able to go at home at night and have a good sound sleep because you're doing the right thing for people. So the thing with the COVID deal is that I quit watching news probably 20 years ago, just because every time you turn it on, it's doom and gloom. And I thought, I don't want to start my day with that kind of mindset. So I just don't watch it. And now we're getting all these conflicting reports about inaccurate reporting and this, that, and the other. And it's just, people buy into it. No. I think that if you have a reputable source that you can lean on and get some good quality data and process that data and make good decisions for you and your family, then you're all set to go. But it's just seemingly a political and economic thing, and people are falling for it, and it's a shame, because this is America. We got small businesses that are never going to recover. We got tons of people that probably going to be struggling to find a job. We've got people staying at home for this ridiculous stay in the house thing. And I mean, in California, the parks are closed, the beaches are closed. It's like the very things that we need to be doing, they're shutting down. And I just don't understand it. But that being said, even if you're one of the people that highly believes in everything that you're hearing, walk outside your house, even if it's in your backyard, get some sunshine, do some calisthenics, try to eat healthy food, do the things that you can to improve and encourage your health, the health of your body.
Yeah, definitely well said. And so I'm going to go, because you are, a very successful business owner, and I've learned a lot from you. So, like you said, a lot of businesses are struggling, and some are going to close permanently. So for those business owners that are, struggling right now, what would you recommend they do to get their business back into, where it's profiting again?
Yeah. So, it's a really difficult question. It really is. My heart goes out to the small business owners in America, because we're always the ones that are getting stomped on, and it's unfortunate. All I can say is that if it were me, and my back was against the wall, which it's not really. I'm not going to say that it's bad for me, because it's not. It's just not normal for me. Yeah. But the message is continue to work smart. Don't just work hard, work smart. Continue to have a belief system in yourself, and continue to invest in yourself, and reach out to the people that used to be customers, and just say, hey, I'm here, I'm ready for you, and let's get moving, and try not to live in fear.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think that's huge. I think fear is paralyzing everybody. I think fear is the biggest culprit right now.
Yeah, it's like people can believe wearing a mask or not believe wearing a mask, but at the end of the day, who really wants to wear a mask all the time?
Yeah.
You can't tell me that people really want to do that. But, you know, if we don't watch ourselves, that's going to be the norm. In fact, in the state of California, I don't know if you saw it, but there was an infomercial from the governor's office about how you're supposed to treat your children and teach them that wearing a mask is normal. And
Oh.
it's not normal. You
Yeah.
know? I mean, it was like a commercial where they're wearing a mask, they're doing dishes, they're cooking, they're all with their masks on, and I'm thinking that is such a bad message. But
Yeah.
you know it's bad when people are in their cars with gloves on and masks driving down the road and nobody's with them.
Yeah.
That's how paralyzed and fear people are.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Well, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think, like I said, fear is paralyzing. You know, the cause of of paralyzing all these people. So, any last words that you would like to share? Any, you know, thing about rock chiropractic? Anything? Any last words?
Yeah, so I love what I do and I do what I love, and I think that's why I'm still kicking away. I don't have any exit strategy. My strategy is to do this as long as I'm physically capable of
Yeah.
doing it. And then if I have to shift gears maybe and do more management, less hands-on, I'll do it. I will also like to plug for you because, you have been very, very good at and hungry, and you're the epitome of the opportunity that we have in this country to just steam forward, to do all the right things, get to know as many people as possible, and enjoy it along the way. I don't think I've ever seen you in any of your videos or any of your comments without seeing a smile on your face, right? I mean, life's a journey. We're supposed to enjoy the experience, and
Yeah.
you are the epitome of that. And if I could, without being condescending, say I'm really proud of all the things that you're doing
I
because
appreciate that.
it's awesome.
I appreciate
Yeah,
that. Well, I look up to you, and there's a reason why. You know,
thanks.
everybody can see it during this interview. I appreciate your time, and I know you
Sure,
want to get out there, but yeah. So we need to connect again, and
absolutely. Yeah,
it's been way too long, way too long. But Dr. Rock, I appreciate you, and I appreciate your message, and I will post where people can reach you at Rock Chiropractic and
okay.
Rugby. Is there any other
Yep.
place that you would like people to reach you at? Just go
No,
to the.
I'm easy. I'm pretty easy to get a hold of, and if they can call my mobile. It's 512-771-5085. I give it out to everybody. It's no secret.
Oh, this is going international.
That's cool. Give me a call.
You're gonna get the what is it? The New Zealand blacks calling you.
Hey, actually, I have a lot of connections all over the world through rugby, believe it or not. It's we had our trailer stolen and all the contents in the trailer were
I saw
taken.
that. Yeah.
Trailer was recovered, but all the stuff has Rock Rugby or Rock Rugby Academy on it, so it's useless to whoever stole it.
Yeah.
But once I posted this, it went pretty viral all
Yeah.
over the world because of all the connections that I've had throughout over the years.
Yeah.
And we may never get the stuff back, but people know about it and they weren't too happy about it. So, so if anybody knows, if you see anybody wearing Rock Rugby Academy stuff and they don't look like a Rock Rugby player, give me a call.
Okay. All right, Dr. Rock, I appreciate your time, and I'm gonna
Sure.
let you go. But we need to connect again.
Let's do it. And thank you for the opportunity. I
You're
appreciate it.
welcome. Okay. Bye
All
bye.
righty. All right.